Ladies and gentlemen,
You guys just need to hear this amazing sounding.
Time to get this thing started. Here we go. Back to the game, boys.
You're listening to the Plugged In Podcast with Mr. Boo and the very lovable DJ.
That's right. Welcome back to another episode of the Plugged In Podcast with me, Mr. Boo, your friendly neighborhood hype man.
Hey.
And my co-host, DJ Shah. That's right, viewers. Thank you for taking time off to watch this episode, wherever you are. And we hope you have enjoyed the content we put out so far. Alternatively, you can listen to the audio version of this episode on our Spotify. Before we introduce our guests on this episode, guys, we would like to thank our partner, The Basement Studio, for joining us in this journey. Thank you for providing us with this beautiful, amazing venue. And also the technical and recording capabilities needed for this episode.
Yes. And shout out also to Norman and Beyerdynamic for the mics we use in all our episodes, making sure we sound good no matter where we are. Lastly, for products from Zoom, Mackie, and many other great brands, do visit CD Music for all your music-related gears, products, and instruments.
We will get air horn again. Non-stop, because Shah is the DJ. All right, without further ado, we'd like to introduce our guests, our very special guest for this episode. Give it up for our homeboy, Ming.
Hi everyone, nice to be here. I like how he talk and then he was
He can multitask.
Hi, DJ. No, people
Bring your horn first.
Because people say DJ press button only one now, so press button lah.
Okay, Mings, reintroduce yourself and tell us what you do, bro.
Okay, so I'm Mings. I'm also from the AOS Collective. But my day job is doing marketing for Seedly, which is a local personal finance fintech company.
Ooh.
Yeah. I hope you guys heard about Seedly.
You know
What you mean we never hear?
Okay, guys, I just want to say this right off the bat. I'm a huge fan of Seedly. Huge fan of Seedly. Because the articles that they put out have gotten me out of a lot of financial trouble. And on a personal level, Mings has helped me financially. Like, from a financial, he never give me money lah, but for like financial advice, right? Like
I'm going to start charging soon though.
Hey. No. Okay, tell us more about what Seedly does, lah, bro. Like,
Okay.
What is Seedly?
So I think we are a personal finance platform. So we have the blog articles, product reviews, whether like this robot is good or not, the customer service and everything. Even telco, we talk about the customer service. I know everybody likes to complain about this. But there's also good stuff that you can read inside there. But I think like most importantly, we are a community platform. So I think in the past, when you want to talk about personal finance, you only go to your parents and then they'll give you some sort of advice. But it may not be relatable today. So you rather talk to somebody in your demographic. Or somebody who's been there, done that, given their life stage, and then they can give you a better advice, more catered to what you're going through.
It's true. Like when we were younger, we only know what is right through our parents. Like, you know, probably for them also. Like, I believe, and I'm pretty sure it's true, that when you grow up last time, you don't like, oh, I know this finance person, I know this. Now everything is so reachable because of social media. It's very fast. You just, like Seedly is on Telegram. He's on IG.
We try to be everywhere.
Yeah, so like, I need help. Just fine.
Yeah, because he's doing the marketing, right? He has to say.
Soon when you go toilet, you also see the poster.
Bro, no.
Okay, like, what got you started? I mean, like, what made you decide that, okay, you wanted to join Seedly? You know?
Is it a Chinese thing? Like, must go finance, banking one?
Your parents always tell you either be a doctor or not.
Shah is putting out the race card early.
I know, he's always doing
Fucking
that.
early.
I also Chinese, right?
Okay, but I think like I'm always interested in the economics and finance here. So I think when I went JC, right, on my A-level, if you see my A-level transcript, I got D for everything except econs. That one I got A. So I thought maybe that's my calling. And then I decided to go to uni and pursue a degree in economics. And then how I got into Seedly was, I think, I was a bit tired about the corporate world. I was doing data analysis for like markets. And then I think like maybe this is not something that I want to do for long term. Then I went to look for a startup as an intern. So like full-timer, go back intern.
So you started at Seedly as an intern?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I started
I mean, like, okay, don't mind me asking, at what age?
That was very
Okay,
old.
you went corporate.
Okay, so corporate,
Okay.
entire corporate life. I go trading. I was a professional trader for a year.
Oh.
Then I joined the startup scene, and then I went to Seedly as an intern.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a
So
roller
you
coaster,
guys,
right?
okay, it doesn't matter how old you
Yeah.
are. Internships are key.
My mom almost disowned me. Really? So many times. You're like, what the hell? You take out an intern.
It's like, you saw already that you become intern.
Yeah, I can understand why. Like he was doing this. That's why he like.
Yeah lah. It's like I support you go uni. Like you were corporate, you became a trader, you now become intern.
I was
Okay lah.
drawing about less than 1,000 a month that time. Oh, yeah.
But look where you are now.
Yeah, man.
It's still poor, but I think I still get my partner.
Yeah, but the thing is that you're giving great financial advice
I
to
hope
the
so.
masses in
Hope so.
Singapore. Okay, Seedly didn't sponsor this episode lah. They are just telling you that first, okay?
Yeah.
But I had a conversation with Mings earlier. He said like later we talk. Okay,
We
so
can have a
Seedly-
talk after this.
Seedly asked me.
Yeah.
Wing. Okay? Yeah, but like what Ming said, the blog articles that you put up are fucking amazing to me because it's easy to digest That's number one. Okay, so the reason Mings why we invited you here
Yep.
is you be in the AS collective, and you know that Shai and I basically we are freelancers
Yep.
Okay, I've been a freelancer for as long as I can remember, except for 4 years.
Why?
2 years. Okay, 2 years and 2 years that I was in a startup.
That was that was
Sorry. Yeah, I was in a corporate startup for 2 years, and I was also running arts and sports programs for schools for 2 years.
Oh.
Other than that, I've been a freelancer So the reason why Shai and I called you here is we believe, of course, there are great articles that people can access on Seedly. But I believe the freelance people or the freelance workers in Singapore need to know what they need to do with their money basically, Like I have friends who don't declare income, I have friends who have no money in CPF,
Yeah.
I have friends who talk about wanting to invest but don't know how to invest.
Yeah, just talk.
I have friends who like come in 3,000, go out 4,000.
Very common problem.
Want to buy 10 things but buy 15 things, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So basically, why we invited you is we want to have a fun conversation about this Like, how, from a financial standpoint, from your expertise, right? What can freelancers do? I mean, like.
Okay. So I think backstory. I also a spendthrift. So like 3,000, I also almost want to spend. and I have I cannot control buying white shoes. So if you realize,
It's true.
This is a true story. Guys. This is a true story.
Most of my shoes are white.
He said he not earning a lot, very poor, but he's got a pair of Alexander McQueen's. You've seen before.
White shoes also. White
Yeah,
shoes.
white
Also.
shoes.
I cannot control.
When I first bought Yeezys, he like, hey, why you buy Yeezys? Okay, not worth it, what? Suddenly,
Yeah.
they
You got a white.
suddenly got one white Yeezy come out, he wear.
That's right. Okay, sorry to interrupt. You continue.
Okay, so but I think like a lot of people are going to freelance, do freelance work today because we don't want to be bounded by a 9 to 5 job.
Yeah.
So either you be your own boss, which is doing a freelance job, or you set up something on your own. So it's becoming an issue where a lot of people don't know how to budget.
Manage money, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
I think in the first place, freelancer is going to need a lot more discipline because you don't technically contribute to CPF unless you volunteer to do it on your own. And your employer also don't put in the CPF for you. Yeah, so that itself, right, is going to be like super duper important because CPF is supposed to help you retire, so take care of your medicine is supposed to take care of your
Yeah, you can use it to buy a house or whatever.
Yeah, there's a lot of things you can do.
Yeah, so it's either you set aside a budget for retirement that can get the same amount that CPF is giving you, right? If not, then you really need to consider contributing to CPF. But I think the most fundamentals of everything, right, is budgeting. Like it's the personal finance habit that most of us have. I mean, like every day you scroll through one Instagram, out of 10 posts, like 3 advertisements, each of it you just put $10, is $30 gone, right? So we just need to have that self-control. And I think one method that I like to use, at least for myself, because I like to spend, which is not the best, is that the moment the
He's going
sum
like,
of
I have
money...
one method that I would like to introduce, but I like to spend.
Yeah, so every month my salary come in, right? A portion of it, right, will go straight into. I'll actually like automatically allocate that amount somewhere else, so that I don't touch it. So I only spend with one card.
Okay, so when you say your salary coming right, the auto allocation is you yourself on a discipline level take out the money, put into another bank, or it's already done automatically.
Like,
done
is it a
automatically.
savings plan?
It's
Done automatically.
Okay.
So I think like OCBC app, you actually can allocate a budget, and then like I will take a bit of this money to auto invest into some of the stuff which is on the safer side.
Auto invest.
Correct.
Meaning like OCBC choose the thing for you, or you?
So I choose maybe like certain robo advisors they want to invest in, or like maybe into an index. So what's an index, right? Index is like the fund that invests in the top 30 companies, say Singapore, or your S&P 500, the 500 companies in the States, biggest company in the States. So it will auto go, so the outflow is automatic. So I don't even need to think about it. I'll just know that I have this amount to spend this month.
Okay. How many percent from your salary
Yep.
automatically goes to another account? Okay, now 100% salary.
Correct.
Can you tell us the division?
Correct. So I think for freelancer, you might need to cater a bit more in terms of saving because of the lack of CPF contribution from the employer.
Yeah.
That one is 12%. So, but the rule of thumb, the most basic is 50% you use to spend on all your insurance, your makan, your groceries, and your rental, everything.
Your
All these are all
essentials
the
lah.
needs. Yeah, all the
Your
needs.
needs. So 50% of your salary
50%.
has
Yeah.
to go to this. Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, and then the 20% will be for you to save, and the 30% is more free flow. The remaining 30% is like you can invest or you can go and do your hobby. Like
So money to play with, lah. Basically.
correct.
Okay.
Yeah,
Is it considered like miscellaneous expenses?
sort of. It's more for your growth, right? It's either a hobby or you go and
Okay, so
invest.
this 30% is for growth lah. That's the keyword lah.
Correct.
For growth,
So it's
right?
not to play, lah.
Correct.
It's not to play lah. It's
You
like-
can break it down a bit more. You can set like out of this 30%, 15% you want to invest in something.
Okay.
The rest of the 15 you can go maybe go water skiing or some of your hobby or your bicycle. But I think always have a bit of like amount for you to invest and of course some to have fun. I mean you work so hard for it.
So okay, your general rule of thumb is determined from the fact that there is a salary that's being paid from somewhere into your bank account.
Yep.
As a freelancer, sometimes we don't have that
Yeah, bro. Yeah. Like our
opportunity,
income,
you know.
Sorry.
Like the income we get is like checks or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
So from that standpoint, right, what
Which is
the
why I
advice?
think it's a bit more tedious because you guys really need a lot more discipline, right? I mean, even at me having like constant income at a fixed date, there's still people who overspend and learn that. So I think for you guys, you actually really need to really sort of average out every month, like roughly how much you spend. So the 50%, right, whatever for essentials, whatever you can save, right? The remaining one, then just go and save it somewhere, park it somewhere, or invest something that's safer. So that in future, if you need it, you can still take it out.
Okay, Shai, a good rule of thumb.
Yeah.
Every check that we get, right, 50% goes to essentials.
Yep.
30% we keep in the saving.
Okay.
Right? 30% we put into growth or investment. So if $100, $50 can happy.
Yeah.
$30 goes into
Only
the
$50.
account, $30 we invest.
But Shy will be 80% on food, right?
Don't judge lah.
Okay. My bad.
Don't judge lah. We know he's a fatty. But
Okay, cuddly.
Okay, so we go and we take it step by step. Okay, now essentials. Okay, we don't talk about essentials because everybody has different.
Yeah, everybody got different needs.
Different essentials, right? Okay, now talk about savings. Some people I've read about online or people have talked to me like sometimes you put in a bank, these savings no good because the returns not so good.
Very
Okay,
little.
you should take the savings and put it into something else.
Correct.
Okay, from what you understand from a freelancer point of view, okay, is that something we should also consider, or for a start just leave it at the bank first?
I think if you don't know what you want to do with it, of course, leave it in the bank. But how I recommend is two things, right? First, if you have your emergency fund, right?
Yeah.
So I think in the past they say emergency fund is 6 months, but now with COVID, we realize that there's a need for longer emergency funds. So maybe like 1 year. So emergency funds is the money you tap on for essentials if you don't have any income for that period of time. Yeah, so that's I think close to 1 year worth of savings that you can survive on is good. The rest, right, then you can go and think about how you want to play with it. So I think for most savings account now, right, you need like at least income to the monthly deposit, a fixed amount, to get that extra percentage. Yeah. But I think we live in a world where a lot of products are also trying to cater to our needs. So I think if I remember, Singlife, Singtel Dash, these are products that you can just park your money there and then just earn the
percentage, right?
interest rate.
Yeah, interest rate. Correct.
I think in fact one of our friends, Luke, also texted me
Luke
regards
does
to
it,
Singlife.
Luke told me that.
Like it's an like a savings platform, is it?
Yep. So it's like a saving insurance package to very low barrier entry that you can just put in 10,000 and then you get about 1.5 to 2%.
Which is higher than what you get from
the
like
bank.
your normal POSB savings or whatever.
What if you don't have the 10k? Like like
So it's up to 10K.
Oh, it's up to
Yeah.
10k. Oh.
So even if
any
you put
amount is
1,000, it's still that
okay.
percentage.
Because for what I realized, like freelancers, a lot of us don't really have savings lah. That's one problem.
Yeah.
And then most of us also the expenses.
Bro, we usually blow.
Very,
Bro.
no, I find like quite high like some.
Yeah, I blow up, bro. I honest, I really blow. Like when I was earning well, like I was working regularly. Abu steam me what? Like there was a point in time of me and Abu. Abu, this week where we eat where? Can we go Korean barbecue? And 2 days later, I feel like eating steamboat. Like wow, bro. Like people usually go steamboat like what, once a month.
Once a month, yeah.
We go like what? This
Yeah.
two in
You-
1
you
week,
get me,
sia, bro.
Yeah.
Then Grab, Grab is my worst thing.
Yeah,
I'm not saying
yeah.
Grab is a bad product. I'm just
Grab,
saying that.
he's your most valued customer.
Yeah, I think I'm one of your highest. Bro, really, bro.
we should actually print our Grab statements.
Hey, can we not?
For 2019.
Just take a look.
See.
Yeah, just take a look.
Just take a look. Very fucking interesting.
I looked at it once, I had a nightmare. It's not just one page long. It's also
Yeah, but one good
pages.
thing I feel like with Seedly lah, back to Seedly is like everybody that has like very bad expenses, right, can always go to your blogs to find out what is like the best
Correct.
way lah, like the best telco lah, the best whatever lah, I believe like Seedly, the platform itself allows you to find out a lot of things to try and reduce spending lah.
Yep.
Like we don't talk about credit cards lah. I mean, me as freelancers, we don't have money.
I
for
don't even
credit
have
card.
credit card.
Yeah, so let's say for example for someone who is at the beginning of this freelance journey lah,
Yep.
and they don't have that 6 months or that 1 year, they are living like from paycheck to paycheck.
Correct.
Right? What is your advice to be disciplined to do this, or because sometimes like okay, I can set aside the 20% to save, right?
Yep.
But this 20% can help in my essential spending.
Yeah, there's always that factor that I can.
Yeah, you get what I mean.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Okay.
So, do you suggest you change your spending habits
I think
because of the way the world is moving in now, or
yeah, I think there's a few ways to look at it, right? First things first, go steamboat bocho.
because
He always go and
if
eat alone.
invite you, eat less, right?
Where got such thing one?
Okay, I think like on a serious note, right? Maybe if you are at a stage where you don't have savings yet, right? Go and load up on your savings. We all understand, like we all notice how important it is, right? During COVID-19.
Yeah, but that's the thing. COVID came in at the part
Yeah,
where
it was like a
well,
it was
nobody
like a random lah. I
expected
mean,
it,
like okay
bro.
lah.
Come on,
So, but you know that every month worth of savings you have then is actually like a blessing in disguise.
Yeah, actually
right?
help.
It will help you while you wait for maybe a certain grant, or you still have like time to find a job somewhere. So I think that savings is the most important. If you don't have it now, right, then you don't look at investment first. Just full on go on savings.
So-
Correct. But I think on spending wise, right, I think there are definitely credit cards out there. If you are very disciplined, you won't like, or you can set a limit, a proper limit.
But how are you going to apply for a credit card if you're a freelancer? Let's say you're earning.
I think they are.
checks, like
you can
you have to declare income and all that stuff,
exactly,
right?
exactly. They will look at your average income. I think you
Okay,
need to
so
produce some
guys, if you want to apply for a credit card, freelancers out there, please declare your income.
Declare your income.
Then you got a chance to apply for a credit card.
Actually, it helps. I heard a lot of people. It actually helps you finance a lot of things, like buying certain stuff.
Okay, I saw this video.
Yeah.
What's the guy's name? The guy who the movie Catch Me If You Can was based
Leonardo.
on. Frank Abagnale or whatever,
that
right?
fella, yeah.
So there was a video. I don't know whether it's true or not lah. Okay, you have to be the judge of it. He was saying that don't have debit cards, have credit cards instead. Because credit cards, if you are disciplined, will give you good credit scores, and then with that, it improves your credibility financially in the future lah.
Yeah.
So is that something you?
Is that true?
Very true. Yeah. So one of my colleagues, right, she's a sort of like credit card expert. So we calculated recently. We sat her down and said, "Hey, tell us how much you save over the year." So we calculated. She saved close to 2.1K just by using the proper credit cards.
Are you serious?
So she get that in form
how
of
do you save 2.1k?
yeah. So you
You're
spend
spending
smarter, but you get like cashback. You get like
Oh,
miles.
yeah. All the rebate.
Yeah,
yes,
correct.
yes.
Or you use like cashback platform like Shopback, or you just
Shopback
wait for
is shit,
sales.
Yeah, bro, it's a shit.
Yeah.
You don't laugh at me lah.
I introduced you guys there, right?
Okay.
You were disgusting bro last year.
Disgusting. Okay,
Yeah.
guys. He
Wow.
introduced us to Shopback one day. And then at the same time, he told me Nike had a
Sale.
a 50% sale
Yeah.
on top of like 27% Shopback.
Yeah.
Okay, I spent $500.
But you got back some amount,
I
right?
go back some about Then
still a good deal.
until today, he like, in the group chat, he was like, Nike got sale. Nike got sale.
Yeah.
And you all will say no. Right? I know all of you will go and shop. Right?
Okay,
Anyway.
then everything. Okay, go back to the.
Correct. So I think it's not about not spending on yourself. You spend smarter. Yeah, so like all my shoes, I only wait for 11, 12 and I buy. Yeah, just wait for that 1 year. I mean, you don't need to wear the latest fashion, in my opinion.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, so declare income, can apply credit card, apply the correct credit card, right?
Yes.
And all this information is also available online on
Yep,
the Seedly blog.
correct.
Okay, so we've talked about expenditure, talked about, okay, if you're just starting, like what Ming said, if you're just starting, right, don't focus on investments first, focus on a good savings habit,
Correct.
right? Try and save up 6 months to a year of your salary for emergencies.
Yes.
That's first. Okay, so right now, we go to the scenario, you have 1 year, I have 1 year already. Okay, you got some money we can split to invest. Okay, from your point of view, to a freelancer, right, who doesn't have like the knowledge or the
Information.
the information needed. No, of course you can learn a lot of things online.
Yep.
But as a freelancer, sometimes your time is very limited because the time you used to work,
Correct.
right? So what would your recommendations or advice be for a freelancer? Okay, who's putting his front foot first, right? He's dipping his toe into the water of investing.
Okay.
So what is your?
I think first things first, the first step, right, you always need to definitely read out a bit from your free time. And then next, you really need to understand at what stage you are at, right? So for example, maybe for Shai, you are maybe like 25 to 30 years old. So you have
Just say I'm 30, bro. Just say I'm 30, bro. Don't need
You are
to give
old
that.
at 30 years.
30 really, bro.
Correct.
Just say it.
And maybe you are looking to get married in 5 years' time. So you definitely need a huge amount of money because you want to buy a house, you need to get married. So you need some liquid cash in from that. And every time, the moment you get married, you can take out this amount.
I get it.
Right? Yeah, so you need to understand your age, any like big items coming up, and then what are you comfortable with. Yeah. So as you grow older, right, actually, when you grow older, your risk preference drop. I say it's so for now, like maybe Shai, maybe by 35-year-old, he lose 20%. But he's okay with it because he still got a longer time to take it back. Whereas for a 60-year-old, if he lose 20%, he's not going to work anymore, right? So it's going to be harder for him to cash back that 20%. So it's okay to take a bit of risk when you're young. So you need to understand your profile first. Yeah, so I think...
Is there a website that you can go or platform that you can visit to understand what is your profile type?
Correct.
Is there such thing?
So there isn't, but I wrote about this before because I go and analyze a bit about like at which age you should put how much in each.
Okay, we will link that article in the description below. Okay, you guys, if you have all this information, you all don't need to go and sift through the whole Seedly blog. We pick nice for you, we put. Okay, continue.
Okay. Getting paid, right, for...
Hey, this is why he work finance. You know where to chocho. Bro.
Subtle point.
Props to you, bro.
So I think other than that, right, for some people, when I say take up more risk, right, there are a group of people who... So everybody is different, right? So for example, if I invest in something, personally, if the stocks drop by 20%, I can still have a good night's sleep.
Yeah.
There are some people when it drop by, they lose like 20 cents, they start thinking like, hey, is it the right investment? So these are people with a lower risk preference. So this kind, right, the way around it, right, there are some set of products, and then the other side, those who have high risk preference have another set of products. Now
Also,
go into these products, right?
Break it down, man.
Yeah, can you if you're lower or higher risk preference person?
I think I'm a lower risk preference.
Lower risk preference.
To me.
I'm okay with like
Okay.
higher risk. I'm okay to
bro,
lose.
then you get the
20%,
best example already.
Yeah,
See.
they got bigger balls.
Eh, what?
I got bigger balls, he got bigger body lah.
Bigger body.
Different lah. So, you know.
Okay, so for the lower risk preference, definitely picking individual stocks may not be the best thing for you because it fluctuates a lot, right? Like if I buy Apple and Apple drop by like 10%, then I will start panicking.
Yeah, definitely.
So you rather few ways. If you you want somebody to do the job for you, use a robo advisor. I think we live in an era where we are very fortunate to have all these companies to come by and help us invest. And plus, robo advisor every month you only put in like $50 or $100. You can set your preference, and they'll ask you for what you want to do with the money.
Yeah,
in future. You can set like start business.
So I've seen the platform Stashaway. It's very clear, very easy, very simple. Yeah.
So they do the investing for me.
Yeah, they basically do the investing for you lah. So there's a I would say a questionnaire lah. They will ask you like what you're looking for. Like you want to build a business, you want to retire with money, you want to what. Then you select, and then they will ask you for your risk assessment lah.
Yeah, correct.
How much, you know? So they will tell you like, okay, based on what you tell me, your risk assessment cannot go higher than 20%.
Yeah.
We advise you to just put it at 20% or whatever lah. And then they will invest the money that you put into the safe stocks based on your portfolio lah.
Correct.
But that also means that the earnings is not as high as the higher risk one lah.
I believe, correct me if I'm wrong lah.
Yeah.
It's not as high as because high risk, high reward.
Yeah.
Also you can lose a lot of money doing it lah.
Yeah,
But the
yeah.
thing is that it's safe. It's a safe play lah. It's also like a savings plan.
Sort of, yes.
Yeah, it's also like a savings plan, but the money is being put out to be invested lah.
That's quite, I never knew this
I
existed.
would say the per annum interest.
Have you put in? Yeah.
I'm constantly putting it right now.
Have you seen your returns?
No, not yet. Because it's a very small amount every month.
Okay.
I'm not going to share much. But I've been putting it and just letting it roll lah. And I feel that there are a lot other
Robo
investors also, right?
There's I think at least 5 or 6 of them. And so I've been doing this robo advisor investing. I invested in also Stashaway for many years, since 2017, 2018.
Yeah, you told me it was quite a long time.
Correct. It's been a while. So every month all I do is, it's like you handing $100 to a friend. You say, help me invest.
That's
Help me
what I
invest.
did last
I just
year.
want to do this.
That's
Help me
what I did
invest.
last year.
Correct. And then like over amount of years, so far he's getting quite good returns. He said, basically when COVID hits, then you still put in $100, right? You start buying more of these things, and then when it comes up, you
You showed me your profile the other day.
Correct.
I think it was quite good lah.
It was more than 10%.
More than 10, yeah.
Correct. But instead of
It's
handing
actually at
this $100,
20%, right? Over since 2017, if I'm not wrong.
depending on what you put in. Yeah, right. So it's like instead of handing over to a friend, you're handing over to a team of analysts and chief investment officer to help you look at our portfolio.
I didn't know this existed, man. I actually invested an amount last year. I lost a bit. I lost everything lah because
Where did you make this investment?
I put it to a friend. Okay.
Okay.
So he's actually high roller. So he invests in me. But then when Trump lost that presidency thing, right? Wow, the whole thing dropped.
So you lost money lah in that. Okay.
Yeah, we lost like everything lah.
So that is considered high risk, right?
Yeah, because I didn't ask him. No,
Actually,
I
you didn't ask him what he put in.
I didn't ask him what he invested. He actually want to tell me, bro. Every week I tell you, like, bro. The thing about me, this is why I low risk. Because if I know, I will start to like macam.
Can look at it every day.
Yeah, then I don't want to do that. I trust the fella. He's a very, very good friend of mine. So I don't blame him for losing. I mean, that's the risk you have to take, right, for being in this. So when he dropped, right, he was very apologetic. So he like, hey, bro, I give you my phone. I take lah, bro. I really, really paiseh. But I think this will be much better for me because, like, firstly, it's a small amount, correct? Then also, you say it's a team. I'm not saying that he's not good. This is a full-fledged team, yeah. I think for people like
catered to
me,
your-
Catered
cater
to
to
your
my needs.
portfolio lah. Yeah,
Exactly, it
exactly,
caters
yeah.
to my needs.
Yeah.
I think it's bro. Thanks for coming, man. I didn't know. Yeah, bro.
Okay, so for low risk, besides
Low risk.
robo, what else do we have?
I think if you don't even really want to look at the word investing, right, then you should just go and look at high savings product.
How is in this product?
Correct, high savings interest rate product, which is like the Sing Life, the Singtel.
Oh,
that I
the one.
talked to you
Yeah.
about.
Do you
Yeah,
write an
correct.
article about this? Is there an article about
I can
this?
put in the link also.
Okay, put it also. See, done. Okay. So now we got 3 links for you already. Okay, for you to
okay.
follow. Thanks,
Don't-
Seedly. and
Alright.
links. Okay. So you guys better say thank you.
Correct.
Seedly. Okay, carry on.
I'll talk to my boss about it.
Okay, so the second one,
Higher risk.
higher-
So, for example,
no, the high investment,
High interest rate product.
high interest rate
High interest rate
products.
products.
Okay,
Correct,
So
correct.
can you speak more about that? Yeah.
So I think I think this is super applicable for freelancers, especially because of there's no like fixed income from a company. You come in with check, right?
Yeah.
So I know a lot of banks, they need you to have that.
There's a certain amount you have to hit.
That
every
you need
month,
to hit like $2,000
Yeah.
every month at fixed date, and it needs to your company needs to label income or like salary,
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. So if not, then you can look at all these high interest rate products to actually help with your savings. All you do is just top up, and then all of them looks very safe for now. It's all very safe, and they are backed by good companies. So like Sing Life and Singtel is like they're
Singaporean,
okay.
it's
Yeah, they
government
are
shit,
okay. Yeah,
Okay, now we move on to the high risk one.
high risk.
Yeah, him.
Got balls.
I also have balls. Fuck lah.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm saying this right, but I only have robo. As of now, I only have robo.
But I
So
got 2
actually-
million inside,
Huh?
right?
No lah. Choy, 2 million. 2 million. Don't need silly. Okay. Say. That's balls lah. Big balls.
Yeah, bro.
You thank silly, then you cause silly, we love you more. Okay. So high risk.
So now you already have robo, right? So your fundamental investment is you already have the safety net there. Plus, this is assuming you have your savings. Then I think the rule of thumb, right, is that you should not have more than 12 stocks under your portfolio, because human attention, 12 is already quite a lot to jaga lah. So usually we try to. There's some science behind it that humans can only manage 12 for a well diversified portfolio maximum. Yeah, of course you don't put everything into one. You are not trying to diversify everything. So these 12 stocks, right? I recently have a rule of thumb from a friend, which is quite interesting. So you look at I'm not sure you heard of this term, FANG's company.
No.
No, bro.
Yeah, so these are your Alphabet, which is Google, your Apple, your Amazon,
Why you call
Facebook.
it alphabet?
He's listed as Alphabet instead of Google.
It's an actual term. It's called.
Yeah, it's called Alphabet.
Oh, it's
Google's company is called Alphabet. Google is a product.
Oh, the
The company is called Alphabet. Yeah.
See.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Correct.
The alphabet is the stock you buy in the company.
In a company.
Okay.
Correct. So all these companies, right?
But you don't buy stock for Google, right?
You buy Alphabet, which is
you buy alphabet stock. You don't buy Google stock, right?
Alphabet is bigger. It's
But
like
you can
your-
buy Google stock also.
No. So
Alright,
Google
so you buy
is
alphabet. then
correct.
Google is under alphabet. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So it's like Apple is the company, but iPhone is the product. So Google is the product.
Okay,
Sort of,
okay,
sort of.
okay.
Yeah. So you can invest in it. All these, you choose 2 of your favorite one, and then you just buy. Okay, and then after that, right, all the rest of the 10 stocks you shoot. Now,
Okay,
now
when you
that's
say
like-
buy, right? Okay, right now, okay, we check. How much is Apple stock now?
No, but when you say favorite, it's like what? Our favorite, like my favorite product, or is it a favorite stock?
So which of these companies do you believe in?
Okay, like to me, if you ask me between choose Apple or Samsung, I would choose
Okay,
Apple lah.
yeah, your rule of thumb lah.
Yeah.
But
You have to do research, right?
Yeah.
Research on the
Yes.
company, right?
Yeah.
But can you say, okay, I like Apple products.
Yeah.
I've been using Apple products. I don't want to do an in-depth research on Apple, but because I like the product is being used by a lot of people in the world. Apple is a good bet, a good stock to
Correct.
buy. That can be so-called your mini research, right?
Yep.
Okay, so right now Apple is listed at $134.94
Correct.
USD. Okay, when you say buy stocks, you can buy one also, right?
You can buy one also.
Right.
But the fees is not going to be worth it, right? The fees going to be about $10 depending on the brokerage that you
Yeah lah.
get.
So,
Which is why people save
one
up.
stock is, let's say 140, but I pay 150 for the stock lah.
Yep. Yep.
Just to clear that out. I
Correct.
want to say like, sekali say you buy the share, then you don't know like, must buy 10 no. Okay,
For
can buy
you-
one.
Yeah. US stock can buy one. For Singapore, you need to buy 100. So it's some
Why so weird, man?
rules. It's just some exchange rules and.
Again, US stocks can buy one. Singapore must buy 100. So if Apple is listed in Singapore, you don't have 13,000 to buy.
So but Singapore stocks, of course, if
It's cheaper
Apple
lah,
maybe
right?
it's like $1.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
correct. So it's not all companies, not Samsung. It's like Fang, which is your Facebook, Apple. You know that why these why people start calling them like Fang companies, right? It's because
How you spell FA?
and it's FA, Facebook, Apple, Amazon.
Netflix.
No,
How you spell it? FAAN.
FANG. if I'm not wrong.
FAANG.
Correct.
Napster.
I think I probably gotta get it.
That's why the
Let me see. It just slipped my mind now.
It's Facebook, Amazon, Apple, Netflix is correct.
Hey, bro.
It's Netflix.
Okay.
It's correct. And Alphabet lah, group, formerly known as
Yeah,
Google.
Google.
Okay.
Correct.
So out of these 5, you choose two.
Yeah. Why is it so, right? It's because these are companies that have proven over time to make money. So now I know a lot of hype, like, you know, I don't know whether you guys seen the news, like Diamond Hand, GME stocks. Okay, that one we can go to
GME
that
is a
later.
GameStop one,
It's a
right?
GameStop one.
Oh,
It's a
the GameStop thing.
saga.
I
Yeah.
don't want to talk about I want to help my fellow man first.
Yeah, but these are companies that's proven to make money and
Yeah,
have a
okay.
good track record over time.
Okay.
So just choose two of these.
So two out of the FANG stocks.
Yep.
Okay, now you got 10 left.
Then the rest, I think, is up to you to do your own research and change it to your risk preference. It may not be 10 stocks. You can look at buying ETF.
What is
ETF?
ETF?
So ETF is like, so for example, there's a Straits Time Index fund, right?
Okay.
ETF is exchange traded fund. In short.
Exchange
So it's
traded
called ETF. Yes, they are just funds that you can buy from the exchange, like stocks like that. Yeah, so for Singapore, we have this thing called the STI ETF, which is Straits Time Index ETF. It invests in 30 top companies in Singapore. So it's your Singtel,
What's it called again?
STI space ETF.
STI ETF. Huh?
Yep. So you can buy like your Singtel, your DBS, your OCBC, basically your top 30 companies.
Basically, the main
Correct,
boys,
correct.
the big boys, the
Correct.
big guns.
So this is just a small example. Overseas, in US, they have like S&P 500. They have also like a few ETFs that track.
So this Singapore ETF, I must buy 100 lah.
Sorry?
I must buy 100, is it?
Yes. Correct.
Just, I don't know lah whether this is correct. I just put STI ETF share price.
ES3, right?
Yeah, ES3.SI.
Correct, that's the one. That's
It's
the one.
$3.19.
So
for one
buy
stock.
100 shares is $300, lah.
Yeah lah, $300 lah. Okay,
Oh,
continue,
that's the
continue.
difference. That's why you see
Correct.
US stock can buy one because it's 100 plus.
Yeah.
Singapore stock is
The way they list is very
So when you buy this
Okay.
ETF, right? Okay, now you already got 2 from the FANG, you got 10. When you buy ETF, it's 1 lah.
you can consider as one,
Consider as
or you
one,
can consider as safe already. So because your robo is going to be something like ETF. They are actually diversifying for you. It's just so ETF tracks index. Yeah, they track the health of certain companies. Like this is the top 30 companies. S&P 500 is the top 500 companies in the States. They track index. Whereas for robo, they do their own portfolio and then it's also diversified.
Your 12 stock rule of thumb is when you have the extra money lah. When you have
Yep.
something
To play with,
Your 30% of your salary is what I would say.
There is the
No, I mean like okay, let's say you earn an average of 3,000, right?
Correct.
Like 30% of 3,000, how much?
Wow, bro,
About $900.
So
Yeah.
this $900 that you can invest lah.
Correct.
So if you have this $900, you can take this 12 stock idea lah.
Correct. 12 is the max. You can have like 5, 6. But I think like 900, you don't go in every month. You can just save up when you see the opportunity.
Yeah lah, you can like this month you buy Facebook one stock,
Yeah,
and
you
then
think the
Apple
price
one
is-
stock, then the next month 900
But you
invest
just
it.
roll
Then you
over
buy
lah.
another
Ah,
2-3
okay,
stocks
Yeah.
out of the FANG or whatever.
So you like collect Pokemon cards.
collect
and then
Pokemon
collect
cards lah. Okay,
collect your
okay.
best deck.
that's a thing now. People actually flipping money.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a
correct.
lot of money.
Bro.
My brother's selling them, man. Making a lot of
Pokemon cards?
Yeah.
He makes
Really?
money.
How old is your brother?
2 years younger than me.
So that's 29 lah. Just say 29 lah. What is your problem?
A 29
Why are you
year old
announcing
selling
my
cards.
age?
Making money. Wow, what are we doing in our life? Last time mother asked to study, don't want.
Last time I want to buy Pokemon cards, mother say cannot.
Cannot.
Correct. But those cards are worth 100,000 now.
Yeah lah. In mean condition lah. True. So carry on. So now this is okay. High risk is do this stock. Somehow what can you do?
I know now there are people going into crypto.
Yeah.
That one is another whole.
There are people going into trading. So there's quite a bit of more higher risk appetite related products that you can play with. Yeah. But I think I'm saying like there's a spectrum, right? So that's super high risk. For the high risk one, it's definitely your individual stocks. Keep it to 12 and choose what you will.
Yeah,
what you
I
like.
think people like us in the freelance game, we are not really super high.
No
risk
lah, we are not lah.
We
Definitely
wanna
not
do-
lah.
We want to do things that is like, how you say, more within our spectrum lah.
Correct.
Like,
But I think you still can, but don't overstretch. It's like buying Toto. You only invest maybe like crypto with the money that you're willing to lose.
yeah, there's also an article
Yeah,
that
true.
Min wrote about Total.
Yes.
That's the odds.
The odds, how to calculate. initially, before we got you, right, like, I was talking to Shai, and then I was like, hey, Shai, we got Mings, like, what we should talk about, Shai immediately, hey, why don't we ask him about this Toto and OBD? Then I was like, Shai, but he wrote one article about it. Like,
Interesting lah.
it's like, there's a whole financial game out there. You want to ask about Toto and body. He's like, I didn't know.
Bro, I think for the normal people, like the
Someone who
small
never gamble, bro.
I was like, why are you asking this?
No lah, like desperate times.
Okay, so we've done savings, we've done expenses, we've done investment. Okay, just now we breached this topic a bit, but we didn't really talk about it. How important is CPF for freelancers?
Yeah. This is actually very key.
Yeah, this is very key. Like, I mean, okay, because of my 4 years in corporate, right, and I learned to be quite diligent lah in putting CPF. So I feel even though it's not a lot, I don't have a problem when it comes to, let's say, I want to buy a house later. There is I won't say a great amount, but there's a substantial amount that I have lah compared to other people. So from your expertise, from where you stand, and you also last time were a freelancer,
Yes.
right? What is your take on CPF, and how should a freelancer approach it and look at it?
Okay. I think first when we look at CPF as a structure, right? First we talk about the interest rate. Interest rate is at 4%.
4, always right, never change, right?
They say that it will fluctuate, but it hasn't been changing since God knows when.
Yeah,
And for 4%, if you want
it's the safest bet, right? Nobody else is going to give you 4%, right?
this is probably the safest product you can find in Singapore. Yeah. And the thing is, if you go and invest, the moment you have a return of 5%, right, it means you're undertaking quite a bit of risk to reach that amount. So technically 4% they are giving you a return that is macam they do high risk investing for you and guarantee you that amount like that. Correct. But the bad part is lock up lah, all the way until you retire.
You don't know lah.
Correct. So I think I know a lot of Singaporeans don't like CPF. Last time I also don't like CPF. But then as you grow older, right, you realize the importance of it. So I think in the past, last time, CPF, right, when you retire, you can take out.
The whole sum, is it?
There was no limit.
Now there's a retirement account.
Correct. You remember what happened? Everybody just spend, and then there's like the uncle aunties nothing left.
Yeah.
Anyhow buy things.
2 years after they withdraw, they just
Correct.
They don't have any money.
And when they are broke, the country needs to put in more money from the generation that's working to help with these people, right, through grants or like supplements and all. So now they have they lock it out a bit so that they give it out to you in form of every month's payment when you reach the basic retirement sum. So I think actually CPF as a system, if you see, like they rank worldwide, of course, I think Netherlands has the best retirement system.
Why? Who? Because my
A.
mom is in Holland. She married. My stepdad is Dutch. So who?
Yeah, I think they have one of the best.
Yeah, they have the best. Also, if I'm not wrong, work-life balance.
is that?
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, then that's grader A, right? The rest is your CPF, right? Is your Singapore retirement system. So we are actually doing very well in the global scene when it comes to having a proper retirement plan set up for the nation.
It's quite true lah. Actually, the idea of like they withheld your money to protect you, so you don't like burst. Is actually
But for a freelancer who doesn't have that, you know, that salary that comes in every time,
The regular salary,
automatic takeout, right? They won't see it as important. Right?
Yeah.
They won't see it as something that you need for the future.
Correct.
So, do you recommend educating freelancers that to make it a habit, to at least contribute something to CPF?
Yeah, so I think there's two ways to look at it, right? First, if you're a freelancer and you can invest very well, you've got a very good track record of getting more than 4% returns, and you know that it's stable, then go ahead and do your own thing, but make sure you save that amount that you invest in and all the returns that you get. But if you're not a freelancer and there is no way you can get that 4%, I don't think you can get it even from.
What if you're a freelancer and your investing capability is not so good?
Correct.
So the best way is to put it.
I'll actually recommend like using CPF as if you.
The only problem is the lockup lah. There's no.
Correct. It's a retirement. You just need to know that this money you're not going to see until you retire. Yeah, that's the amount you need to park.
But there's a limit, right? There's a limit amount to have before they can give you the.
I don't know, man. I think like with a house is a certain amount, without a house.
And there's a retirement sum you need to hit.
Yeah, that's the thing.
So that one you need to calculate backwards.
Oh.
To see how much you need.
Got article?
Have.
Hey, what? You cover all bases, huh?
But you need to hit that amount, and then once you reach the age, every month the government give you money.
Yeah.
$600.
Yeah.
$700.
Then it also so everything also boils down back to, as a freelancer, what are you looking at, lah? As a freelancer, where do you stand? You see, if like you're really trying to save for retirement, if you really want to have war chest, and you're not good at investing, then of course CPF is the way to go, lah. You know, if you are the other way, you're very good at investing, then of course you don't have to put CPF.
Yeah.
But ultimately, CPF is used to also for public housing, right?
Yep.
So, if you have enough CPF, you can use it to offset the house.
Correct.
Or if you are a very good investor, so you can use the money to buy.
To buy a house.
Yeah, so it depends on where you stand also, lah.
I also know people who don't touch their CPF people when they buy a house, full cash. So they let the money roll, and then they reach the retirement sum faster.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yes, they roll. So they don't take it out.
Yeah, but then, like the money to roll up, money to play, like
Plus,
you
I
don't
think
see the money.
You can even invest with your CPF now if you choose to.
Yeah, I think someone
Yeah,
mentioned
So
special
the money
account.
from the account, from the special account, you can choose to do it.
Yeah, you can choose to invest in
ordinary
some of the.
account.
But it has to have, you have to have like a minimum amount, right? If I'm not
Yeah,
wrong.
yeah.
You have to have at least 10K or something. Then anything above 10K, you can invest,
I
right?
think when you log into your CPF statement, they'll tell you how much you can actually invest in all these
Okay, guys, log in and go and check. Because if
You can
there's an
see.
opportunity to invest that special account, why not, right?
Yeah, actually,
Actually, Singaporeans thought that way, but only 27% beat the 4% that the CPF was giving, or the 5% that SCA was giving.
Oh.
So the rest is like, they think they can invest, but they couldn't.
No, I mean,
because they never hit the amount, is it?
No, but the thing is that using the special account amount, right?
Yep.
And leaving it to CPF to invest, lah, right? That's
No.
what you're trying to say, is it?
If you leave it there, you get the standard 5%.
Okay.
If you don't, some people use that money, go and maybe invest in some stocks, because there's a list of stocks you can invest in. So they're going to invest in all the stocks, and then they turn out to only.
Yeah, like the list of stocks that
Correct.
CPF recommend you, lah, right?
They do curate a list for you. They don't really
A small
recommend.
list, lah, and then that fails, lah, basically.
Yeah. So some people will go and try to. I think
but
I
your
didn't-
your 10K or whatever, the minimum is still there, lah. But the thing that you take out to invest, maybe.
Yep. Yeah. Correct.
Okay. I feel like, I don't know, man. Okay.
There are
Is
a lot of ways.
investing
Is investing?
considered passive income?
Yeah.
Yes, past a certain stage when you can live with it, it is passive income.
Okay, so let's say you haven't reached the stage. As a freelancer, would you recommend we look for something that is passive as well? Or at this stage right now,
The way the world is going and
the way
everything.
the world is going right now, you would say no.
I feel there is definitely a need for us to beat inflation rate, right? I mean, like 10 years ago, your filet fish only $2.
Yeah, McDonald's Silver's Meal, yeah. Double
Now it's getting more
cheeseburger,
and more
$2.
expensive. So everything is getting more and more expensive. So you definitely need to find a way to offset that inflation rate so that your value of money is still constant. So your
Do you
$100
have an
today-
article about passive income?
Have.
Wow, you really cover
See, I
everything.
told you
try to
guys.
cover everything.
I told you guys. You see, Seedly is king.
Seedly is
Everything you need. Okay.
major
Everything you need, you can Google. But the thing is
Yeah.
that we're talking about specific things, and we'll take these specific things and put it in our description below. So you guys don't have to go far. Just watch the bloody podcast.
Sponsor.
So Seedly, wing. Okay. So like from just takes, if you remember some parts of the article. What are some passive income ideas,
Correct.
right, that can be used for freelancers?
So passive, definitely some ways is you go and take up something else and get a constant gig to get income, right? So maybe you are a DJ, but your free time you go and do something else.
Like what? Like what would you suggest? Like me, take me as an example, bro. I DJ, like in 2019 I used to DJ. Then what should I do on the side? Like
Correct.
What
Maybe you
you
go
suggest?
massage or you go and
Bodoh lah.
No, he's saying correct. Like pick up a new skill, right?
pick a new skill.
Oh, okay.
Pick up a new
Pick a
skill.
new
I
skill.
thought you asked me to
new
go
talent.
Check your what's that? WSQ.
Oh, the skills future thing.
Yes.
Future, that's very
Yeah.
important.
Future.
Yeah. It's very important. Yeah.
Yeah, apparently you can learn a lot.
A lot of things.
Yeah.
A lot of things.
You can even learn how to
we
speak
got
Thai.
1,000, right? Because of the pandemic.
Yeah, but it's. I think it.
You
If you
expire
never
soon,
use
right?
it, they will by December this year they would take the.
Yeah,
extra
go and check your work skills future points, the credits, how much you have, and use it. It's very, very important.
Very useful.
Learn to be a masseuse.
There's
Okay.
also
Yeah, interesting.
you can learn how to speak Thai.
Why?
Why specifically
Yeah,
Thai?
I
Maybe?
I don't know. You need to ask Thai.
There's this running joke that no. Okay, there's no running joke. There's no joke. You want to know more? You know our Instagram handles.
Bodoh
You
lah.
DM
PM us.
us. Then I will send you. Okay, this is to create traction lah for the show.
For $5 with. Okay, but
Besides-
other than that,
other than that,
I know
yeah.
there are people who do. So investing, there's two routes, right? One is like you go for growth, so you think that the stocks will go up, and then you buy. The other side is you go for dividend. So you know, like maybe you buy stable stocks like DBS. Every year they'll give you dividends based on the money they made. So they will give a bit. So some investors they accumulate an amount so much
Of dividends.
that their dividend can offset their daily expenses.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, explain how that works.
So you know this concept of FIRE? It's like retiring early, right? Financial independence, retiring early. So a lot of people are on this thing now. So they try to, at the earlier part of their life, they load up so much of stocks that gives you dividend. And when they are later part in life, they can technically quit their job. And then the companies just keep paying them dividends based on their investment. And they just live off the dividend.
Oh, so that's like I met a few people who said that they don't work. They're just taking in money every month.
Okay, is it the same as I put $1 million in the bank?
Yep.
Okay, and then the interest rate, let's say for example for the bank, right, of
Correct.
$1 million, and I use the interest that I earn
Yeah.
to sustain my life, but the million is still there. So it's something like that. lah.
Correct. So these people, they buy the stocks and then the dividend. So dividend is, you can think of it like an interest or you can think of it like the company profit, sharing profit with you. Yeah, and then that amount is good enough for him to just not work at all.
Oh, that's like then we should find a rich friend, borrow 1 million
Murder him.
from the dividend, right? You pay back the fella.
Yeah.
And then
Why
after-
will he lend you, sir?
Just saying lah, like that could work, what?
You put it in for himself first.
No, but like think about it lah. Like that could work.
We
what?
should look at Boo's robo-advisor.
See Shai's hustler mentality. Find a rich friend. Ask him to borrow you 1 million.
1 million for a
find the
rich-
stocks
Yeah.
and then pay him back using the dividend. Hey, it's a
Exactly.
good idea.
Yeah,
It's passive income
Yeah, it's
investment
passive income.
strategy.
Yeah, and you don't even come out your own money. Think about it. You're borrowing people.
Do
It's
you
like
know somebody with $1 million?
you lah.
Right, that's a very good idea. Okay, I'm gonna go back and see whether this
Go through your
idea,
friend list,
got like it can be fruitful. or not. Okay, besides all this advice, all this rule of thumb, what else would you suggest for freelancers? You know people who just started out as freelancers, what else they should do? Save, blah blah blah, investing, put aside 6 months. Is there any other things that you might recommend?
So I think the fundamental is that before you jump into all this, right, always track your expenses. Have like Excel. I have an Excel sheet to track my expenses.
Same, I do as well.
Yeah. Actually, just now when you guys say you all spend a lot on Grab, right?
Yes.
You're actually saving already. Saving more, to be honest. Because people who knows how much they spend, they technically spend, they save
below their
13%
means,
more
yeah.
than when
Yeah,
they don't know.
yeah.
So
Exactly.
it's okay.
I have a profit and loss sheet on my laptop.
Oh,
The money come in, right? Then you do that, then how many you got? Then got, right? No, what?
Correct.
Balance pass over lah.
Belanja, shy, makan.
So I know I keep track. Even though at the end of the day I don't have like a lot of money, but at least I'm proud that I got something to track.
Yeah lah. Now you don't make me feel so bad. Yeah, I guess.
Do you have one? You don't have?
PNL, no lah, bro. Fuck.
You should do a PNL, bro.
Bro, I even lost my bank book account. Like, you know the thing you go
Of all the things you should lose is your weight, not your bank book account, bro. Okay,
So
I want to get
how
Shy to start a PNL account.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pass him an Excel sheet. Every month we go to his house.
You know what? He like, oh shit, now I got to control my spending.
Yeah.
He macam like do homework like that.
It is homework, what?
Do homework.
Homework should always be done the day before, the period before you submit to your teacher.
The day before lah. It's like tomorrow exam, today study.
No,
lah.
the
You are
period
like,
before. No, so like say now is maths class. You have to submit your English paper, right? Do it during maths class.
Then when do you do maths? The period before.
Maths, you give and take. Hey, Mings get all D but A in economics. Then he become finance fellow. See? What a life.
Okay, so he's saying, okay, don't listen to Shai. Shai is not controlling his spending.
Shy saying like he do homework, but he just copy.
Hey, please lah. It's not copying. It's sharing information, okay?
Sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring.
Fatties love to share.
Yeah?
So you say control spending. What else?
Yeah. Then I think the next most important will be your insurance.
Is it really important? Like, bro, like
I believe so lah. You know, I believe having, I won't say a great insurance plan, but a basic insurance plan works out to your benefit lah.
We have a friend like really knocked me in my head. Hey bro, just get the basic one.
Yeah,
Just
basic
get
one,
the
basic one.
Do we know
I know
that
people always think okay, people always tell me it's a waste of money lah. You don't need.
Yeah,
you know?
that's
but
what I'm saying.
until something happens to you, man.
Correct.
Yeah.
So at least
So guys-
minimum get the
Yes,
hospitalization.
minimum. Buy insurance.
Actually, yeah lah.
Yeah.
Because like when I ORD, I remember a lot of my friends they like cancel all the insurance plan. Army give you
Hey,
Aviva lah.
the Aviva is the
Aviva is
best
not
plan,
bad,
right?
not bad, right?
Yeah, so
somebody told
they
me.
cancel everything. Then I'm like, why you don't want? They say, bro, no point lah, bro. Like if I sick, I just go doctor lah. Like that mindset. How you say it went inside me. So there was one point I don't have any plans. Legit, I don't have. I only had hospitalization. Because that was also my father said it up. When I was younger, everything. Then one of our boys, Han came to me, hey, you got insurance or not? I said, why are you selling insurance to me, sir? No, I'm asking you, you have or not? I think I have. You open? So I open CPF. Bro, you don't have insurance I say, have what? The one hospitalization. That one, if you go hospital, you cannot let orang main how? That's why you take Grab every day.
Accident
Wow,
plan.
That's right.
you take Grab so much, kena accident, you not scared But that one hospital. Yeah, that one when you in hospital. But then that how? Okay bro. Okay, sign. So I sign. But
That's how Han got the deal.
Yeah, that's how Han closed.
no, but Han cool. He said, bro, you don't need to buy the expensive one. Just get the basic one, cover lah. You know, at least. But yeah lah.
Yeah.
So like for 6-7 years of my life, I didn't have anything except for hospitalization.
And it's good that you have it now, right?
Yeah.
So guys, remember, insurance is key.
Key, major
At
key.
least you have this like you know there's a safety net already. So
It's like it's like I think having friends that is like in different areas, aspects of life, like when whatever they are doing, like Han in insurance, you are in finance, bro. Without you, I think some of the things we learn today or even beforehand would never occur to me, yeah.
like Toto odds, huh?
Like, bro,
He never buy.
No.
We buy. He don't buy.
I cannot buy. There's this saying, if you don't have the feel for it, don't do it. Yeah, that kind of thing lah.
Okay, I also have to make a confession. Okay, Mings is my bookie. Every time I get like an inspiration to buy Toto or 4D, I will always text Mings. Okay, because I can actually go to the Toto outlet to buy, but I lazy.
I already have the account, so might as well. Good stuff, man.
My line is, bro, I need a favor. He was like, what are you buying? He like automatically knows the favor is buying Toto or 4D. It's not I want to ask money or I need your help to pick me up somewhere. No, it's like, okay, how much? It's like, really.
And that account, the Singapore Pool account, recently became my savings account.
Really?
Because apparently Boo accumulated quite a bit. and I pay more from my end. And then I forgot that it's there. Until recently I go and withdraw.
So like my winnings
So
Some of my
technically,
winnings
so technically dinner is on Mings tonight.
It's winning.
No, it's yours. Bro. You just say your savings plan, why?
I transfer it.
Okay, so you got saving properly, watching your expenditure, insurance, anything else?
I think that's all I can think of.
Yeah.
I think other than that, I think should just go ahead and enjoy life within your means.
That's key. No?
Yeah, that's key.
Enjoy life
Within your means.
within your means.
That's very, very
important. That's
key,
very important. Yeah, guys, because sometimes like I always tell Mings like I have friends come in 3,000, spend 4,000.
Yeah.
You know, like supposed to buy one, buy 10, that kind of thing.
So
So
in the nightlife, we also see a lot of
yeah, we see a lot of these
Like giving
overspending
in to
things
peer
lah.
pressure just because your friend got this
peer
new
pressure
shoe.
and stuff.
Bro.
Yeah.
Just because Ming got PS5, I don't have. I'm
But the,
so
thing is
bottle
that,
and
but the
all.
thing is that in this, okay, do you think in this current climate lah, in this modern age, it is easy for people to spend within their means, or with the influx of influence, you know?
influence, bro.
I think that's the thing we need to. It's very hard to balance, right? On one hand, you are trying to like be yourself, spend with your means. On the other hand, everything's so convenient. You can buy anything online. You go to Instagram, you see influencers.
Yeah,
certain
that's
type of life.
Okay, there's a reason why I don't have Lazada and Shopee on my phone.
no, but there's
Because
sometimes
it's
you
too
don't want
easy.
to.
It's too easy. I have to go on my laptop that I can buy.
There's sometimes you have to be like, you don't want to be a burden to your friends, you know? Like, for example, we want to go eat good food. Then you like, that's not within my means. So sometimes you avoid them, or sometimes you like don't want to lose face so much, you also spend. Then it can also be a pressure. Right? Like, for example, if you have friends like us, like if I got no cash, Abu or Mings or maybe somebody else will be like, I cover you this month,
Yep,
this month I cover, you know, that kind of thing. But some people like, really, you cannot, okay, we go somewhere else. You make that person feel like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Trouble.
Okay, from a Singapore standpoint, you think we can live within our means?
Yeah, bro. Especially
It's a bit
now
hard.
that we are influenced so much by the Western culture.
Correct.
Like even, people wear Gucci slides to go market, bro, now. Like,
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like I feel like, okay, this is what I feel like. You can correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like for normal average people lah,
Yeah.
okay, in Singapore you're always chasing the dream and not living the dream.
Correct.
From a financial standpoint, do you
What a
think
line.
that is true right now?
So I think, okay, first things first, your Instagram, I will see you in new shoes still standing. He's the influence.
what?
He influencer.
I influenced to eating good food. Guys. Always remember, if you're very happy, you're so happy. Hey.
But jokes aside, I think like my friend recently told me this saying, like he's a father. And he said like, actually, the way we are brought up, right, there's a $5 way to raise a kid. There's a $500 way. It's really up to you to make that decision. Who's telling you that the $500 kid will turn out to be somebody, and then the $5 kid will just be Koya, right? No, it doesn't. Right? So I think it's all up to yourself. But I know it's very difficult right now because everything's becoming more and more expensive. And then like there's a lot of things about image, getting influence from the external world, your friends showing off the car, and then you feel like you need the car, and then you start making decisions based on that. So, but I think what you can do, I know some of my friends are on this, they are on social media cleansing.
Social media cleansing.
Yeah, they switch off, they delete all the app, everything.
Yeah, so they just stop.
Why you let me like that? Just because I delete all my photos on Instagram.
Yeah, so they don't want to be influenced by all these things. You're like, okay, I'm just going to live my own life. Yeah, so I think once a while you have the activity, maybe just one day, just chill, don't look at your social media, and then think about what you really want, and then work towards it.
Okay, this is coming from a standpoint from an average person who's
Yep.
working.
Yeah.
Right.
What about freelancers, man?
Yeah, how about freelancers?
Because to
who have
us,
like
right-
100% harder, you know.
Bro, to be honest, our life, in a way, the way we sell ourselves revolves around social media. Sir. We cannot get away. There was one point,
Exactly.
like all my gigs, everything I have to post on Instagram and things like that. Abu, whatever, all the connects you need to make with all overseas people is through Instagram also.
Correct.
So
I'm
how
not-
do you get away?
I'm not saying 100% off. I say like, so what? This is my cycle, once a year or every 6 months. There'll be one day I'll not touch my phone.
Once every 6 months.
Once every 6 months or once a year.
Yeah.
Usually during New Year's Eve, I'll just sit down, right, and then I'll think about what I want to achieve for the year.
Hey, don't you see if you have a gig with us? What
Yeah,
do you mean
you're usually drunk on New Year's Eve.
Yeah, what?
right?
Hey, bro, what nonsense you
Next
trying to
morning I
say?
wake up and think about life, right? Because I have a hangover and like,
Okay, interrupt. Okay, you say so.
Yeah.
There's one day a year or once every 6 months.
Yep.
You sit down and
you write
Yeah.
your entire New Year resolution in really like you really go down to the details. So like I want to save $10,000 this year. This works for freelancers. Just make it realistic and something that you can definitely do. Then I will have like post-its on my wall. So I'll just check it off. Yeah. There was this one time I will laminate and print as a to-do list.
That works, you know.
You do that?
That works.
Yeah, because if not, tattoo, push.
No, it's like, that really works. Like you write things down, and you put it on your wall that is within visual range. You tend to achieve what is written on that wall.
Because I believe also because you set it up for yourself. What the last person you want to disappoint is yourself.
Exactly.
And it's a constant reminder.
Yeah, exactly. You wake up, you see.
So freelancers, don't drift. Don't drift. Buy foolscap paper, big one.
Hey,
You smack
don't
the
stop
tampon on
there.
your wall.
Buy Vanguard shit, bro.
Big, they never forget.
But it's quite sure, no, if you check off like a certain.
Yeah, it fit the accomplishment, right? Yeah, I agree. I mean, like, it's good lah that you came here. You know, like we're gonna wrap things up. Like, it's good that you came here and you shared this with us lah. Because I believe honestly, as freelancers, where we started out, right, there was nobody there.
No, definitely
that we could
not.
ask, you know, okay, you know, I wanna invest lah. You know, can I invest lah? You know,
Learn through experience and everything.
You know,
Right?
at least we have somebody or we have Seedly to say like, okay, this is what you can afford, this is what you can do.
Yep.
You know, instead of like what you said earlier, you know, like listen to our
Parents.
Yeah, you do this lah, you buy gold lah, whatever, you know.
And that's how they grew up.
Yeah, that's how they grew up.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I feel like it's a very good thing, and this episode was mainly for current freelancers who feel lost, who don't know how to divide their money, especially in this current climate lah. You know, the money is key. You know, and also for up and coming freelancers, you know, people coming out of school, just graduating, don't want to look for a new job and want to start on this freelance career and need a platform lah. You know, I feel that Seedly is great. I have to mention this one YouTube channel lah that I really like. It's Kelvin teaches. Kelvin learns investing.
Kelvin learn.
Okay, I recommend this guy to you. So I'll put the link in the description. You guys go and check it out. He's super fun. He's super easy. Like his explanations are super easy, and idiot also will understand. So again, guys, like this is for you. We'd like to say thank you to Mings.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Yes.
It was a fun session.
Okay. So you want to close?
Yes. That's all the time we have for today. Thank you, Mings, and for all of you guys.
Okay, the links to our Spotify page, our partners, our sponsors, everything that Ming has done, that he has mentioned, the 4-5 videos, we'll put in our description. I also put a link to Kelvin Learns Investing, the page. It's a Singaporean, by the way, in our link below, in the description below, sorry. Once again, people, thank you for watching. I am Mr. Boo.
I'm DJ Shai.
And this is the Plugged In Podcast.
Yeah.
Till the next one. Peace.
You guys just need to hear this amazing
I think it's time to get this thing started. Here we go.
That's right, you're listening to the Plugged In Podcast with Mr. Boom and the very lovable DJ Shai.